This records conversations better than taking notes ever could. This is Pocket, an AI note.
I gotta go back through this again. I know what I did. At the end of the stream. I know I was tired last night. I know I was, but I was just making potions. I was going through the motions, and I'm like, dude, I'm not even making them. I meant to make just health potions. Make a bunch of stacks of health potions. Probably gonna need a lot this run. There's gonna be a few spots where I'm slugging potions if I can, like I'm at the bar doing shots. So I wonder if these chests will change, because I know out of all these chests,
Just like you wanted.
they're probably the same. They probably locked in once I got into this area, but I'd like a set of the Dalish armor for Liliana, at least for the time being. It only has like a 14 strength requirement, and it's got a dex bonus to it. Considering I'm concentrating on her cunning for the most part, that would be kind of helpful. Decided not to just go level up in Lothering. Theoretically still could. Just to go see what the build's like, but I mean, an endgame build doesn't tell you if the build is viable. It just tells you that, yeah, once you have all the OP shit, then it's good, and that's not... I'm looking to see if the build is actually worth a shit. Really good news about this, there's only the Veshial and 2 daggers. That's all you need stuff for. So, that's good news. As far as runes, so we should have Grandmaster runes and everything. Liliana, I have like the Rose's Thorn and probably the Crow Dagger. We do all the Crow assignments, and you get a nasty ass set of gauntlets. If you're playing a rogue, like, that is the must-have thing, period. Bunch of codexes here. We could actually go get his ironbark, probably.
Did you leave it out in the rain?
I think no, the trees might be a little bit of a...
I think I just used too much heat.
I need wind. I need wind as support for me.
Living wood.
Because I'm kind of going to be taking Alistair's place.
Not more heat. My actions.
Although Alistair can take it right now.
Master Verathorn. And so they should. Truly, the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need? I'm the clan's craftsmaster.
Anyway,
it's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping. It's kind of my, I don't know what you call it. We relish no little of the art compared to what we once did.
Well, it's
and
Thursday,
even what we know is
right?
taken us many lifetimes to achieve.
Maybe I could have 2 Taco Tuesdays a week. I could have Taco Tuesday, which was actually a day off this week, and then my Tuesday, which is Thursday, which still begins with a T. It ends with day, so it's Taco Thursday. Just Thaco Thursday. Hey man, I can make it up if I want. Just saying. Everybody else is making up shit these days. I can make that up. Thaco Thursday. Just for an excuse.
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some.
What if we started every stream like that? Mako Monday, Taco Tuesday, Wacko Wednesday, Taco Thursday,
I will craft it for you.
Fuck you Friday. Wait, that would... Sato Saturday? And Sunday. Yeah, I guess that doesn't really work. Well, the weekends are kind of off. I mean... Shit, almost everybody goes and eats tacos at some point during the weekend, too, right? I guess that's just kind of a given.
That would please me, so long as our hunters come first. I am no merchant, but let us trade.
I'm no merchant. Even though I have more gold than anybody else in the universe, I am no merchant. Okay, so these... Yeah, these... One fire arrow. I swore we picked up more than that. This is the exact same shit that he had last time I was here, though. So, yeah, nothing changed. Once you come into the area, I guess it's locked in. There's Dalish armor. I'm not going to buy it. It's only 1 dex. So, I mean, it would be nice, but whatever. Okay, so after you get a couple things done, once what's his face? Dwarven buddy in Denerim, once he sells you the hammer, you can come here and they'll sell you a skill book, which gives you a skill, but it's only you. You can't give it to one of your companions like you can the other books. Kind of sucks. Alright, so what we want here is, I've got all my distillation agents. I've got enough for 4 stacks of stuff. So, we just get, we need 3 elf roots. And I should have, plenty of flasks, too. I got flasks, so we'll, gotta get 9 stacks of these. Yeah, I think I only bought like one stack, and I just, for some reason, just had Morgan make a bunch of those, and I don't know. I was thinking maybe I would have had another save, or I could have just kept those and just let somebody use those, like maybe Leliana. Maybe, in hindsight, I maybe could have done that as 3. I don't know why you just can't buy a stack at a time. Should be 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 8, 9, and then just a handful extra, just another like 20 or 30 or so. Let's just do like 25. That's fine. Toxin extract, infinite toxin extract, and infinite death root. And death root is the one that gives you the stun. The stun poison. Totally kind of willing to look into the, I mean, concentrated death root. You got death root toxin, I think, or something. You got concentrated death root. Like, there's an upgraded version of this that it gives you a high chance to stun with any attack. Now, the higher level the enemy, the less often they get stunned, of course, but I got a spirit shard. I've got one. All right, so I keep that. That's for poisons. It's crazy they only give you 2 concentrator agents. I think that should be infinite stacks. I'm pretty sure concentrator agents is what you use for poisons, right? So why aren't there infinite stacks of that with the elves? Because they've got all the other poison shit. I don't know, maybe the Crow guys has infinite stacks of concentrator agent. Distillation agent is what you use for pretty much any poison. And then you've got one, it's the I think there's one other kind of agent too. Isn't there? Or is that just it? Concentrator agent. Oh, corruptor agent is for poisons. Well, okay, maybe that's the one. Concentrator agent. We need 1 or 2 of those too eventually. Ah, fuck it. Let's just buy 2. Fuck it. Right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Nice. Okay, so Morgan just needs to make these. She just makes 3 stacks of these. Just health poultice. Yeah, I had her start making a bunch of these, and I hadn't even bought the. I think I saw a certain number she could make, like, I don't know, 100 or 2 or something. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I just wasn't thinking. Let's just make 299, so that leaves what, 8 or 297. 297. So that leaves 10. Still leaves us some stuff. Who's still using lesser health potions? At least for right now. Probably Morgan. We could make a few of these. Got some extras. I'll just do that.
Surely there are better uses for our
I think she's using. Yeah, See, she doesn't even have one here. And that's another thing. What do I do here? As I level, do I make Morgan our moneymaker? But I need her for this build. I'm thinking about making Leliana our healer specialist, because she doesn't really need anything from the skill trees. Like, if we're going to have double haste, she doesn't even need momentum. She literally doesn't need any of that shit. She already got a rank of poison making. If I try to do it myself, fuck, we're not going to make money till we're like level 18 or some shit. It's like, that's just stupid. Leliana can have it in about 8 more levels. Maybe a level or 2 later than Morgan, but you can give Morgan her stuff. What she needs is tactic slots. She needs tactic slots. And then after that, she needs, whatchamacallit? She needs these, and then she needs these. See, she's so close to this, you'd think, well, 6 more levels, just let her do it. Those next 6 levels, she loses all this shit. These, having 2 more of these, plus whatever she gets when she levels, is going to equal probably 4 or 5 more tactic slots total. That's huge. In her doing her blood magic thing. She can't do her blood magic thing without tactic slots. She just can't. So, I'm thinking, Liliana, take 4 ranks of this. So what level are we now? 7? Be level 15. I think. 8. 14. If she gets one here at 8, it'll be level 14. If she gets another skill slot at 9, it'll be level 15. I think she gets one at 8. I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's every 2 levels with a rogue. It's every 3 levels with everybody else. That's the point here. So she could theoretically, if she gets one at 8, 10, 12, 14, get it at the same time as Morgan. She just won't be able to spec into anything else here. I don't think she needs to. If you were going to give her momentum, then you have to factor in that. She doesn't need tactic slots. She's only got 2 or 3 skills that she actually uses. All she needs to do is use her daggers fast. Like, that's literally it. So, and later you can get her momentum. Just let her get it and apply it to her if she needs it. If like both your mages go down or something, you know, some weird shit happens or something. I mean, you can totally have it later. I mean, it's not bad to get these later, and she's gonna get more of these than anybody else in the party. She's gonna get all these ranks of all this stuff. Doesn't give her any access to any of the survival stuff that you need to deal with the elves and shit, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to let Leliana do this. Let her be the healer, or the herbalist. It doesn't require cunning, and even if it did, that wouldn't matter at all. She's already got the cunning for everything on this entire tree, so... Yeah. Oh, apparently my battery's died. Anyway, so, yeah, I think what I do here is I let Liliana do it this time. And I don't know if this works. See, I think technically, if you give it to Morgan, you can get money at level 12 or 13. I think it's like when you hit level 13. She can have it at, like, her level 12, even if she's not traveling with you. I think that's why she's always been the obvious choice, but we actually need to build her. And Leliana's build is just give her daggers and let her kill things. Like, that's literally her build. Just don't let her use a bow. I'm serious. It's like, dude, really? Serious? That's it? No, that's it. Just don't let her use a bow, and you're good. If that sounds ridiculous, well, it is what it is. All right, so now that we got a lot of heals, yeah, self-health, minus 50. I'm not gonna be controlling my character a lot of times, so that doesn't really matter. So I have her using the lesser health poultice at that. If I could remember to come back and change that shit around later, I might give her like self-health less than 75. Use lesser just so she can burn them up. See, she doesn't even have a... See, that's what I'm saying. And she's about to level, and she might get a skill slot. And so instead of putting it in stupid herbalism, which actually I don't think she gets... Well, maybe she gets a tactic slot every other level, and then every third level she gets a skill slot, which is also a tactic slot. Maybe that's a thing, but I don't think you... I think you actually get a tactic slot like every 4th or 5th level, just by default. So... Let's let her do this. And then let Liliana... There we go. Okay, cool. I do have a plan here. I do have a plan. I don't know if I've made my character, like, optimal, like, gotten the best stuff at the best time. I mean, I think I have the best shit that I can have, like, say, right now. But, like, leveling up, like, what you want to pick first type thing, it's a little more clear in Dragon Age 2. In Dragon Age Origins, you can get away with, you can pick these 3 skills, and those 3 skills, and those 2 skills in the first 8 levels. Not necessarily in that order. It'll make a difference one way or the other, but not so much. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But then I've had characters where I couldn't even do the tutorial. I was just like, dude, I can't even get through this. What the fuck? I can't hit anything. I can't do anything.
Others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited,
okay, well, it brought you to the stream then.
Instead,
I would have turned into a
we stream around this time every night. So if you know, like, what is it? No, it's not midnight. I think it's it's 1 a.m. here where I live. But normally we're on by at least midnight. There's nights we're not on till 1 or 2. Some nights we can get on around 10 or 11. If I got a day off, we can get on around like 7 or 8. But like around midnight this time, we're pretty much streaming almost every day. I'm not saying every day, but almost, right? So that's a thing. So if you want to come chat and bullshit and just, you know, talk about stuff. I'm not saying we're always going to be playing Dragon Age, but we'll be playing these types of games. Or I will, anyway. And shit, sometimes we'll make a party out of it. Depends on the game. Like, we get into Dragon Age 2, we'll have, like, Metal Night, and we'll just, like, do nothing but, like, just straight up, like, death metal and shit like that. And just roll through Dragon Age and just kill things at 1,000 miles an hour. Like whatever the beat is, like, that's when we press the attack button. So if the beats are, like, you know, they're hitting, like, they're not hitting 16ths, they're hitting, like, 64ths. You're just mashing the shit out of the button. You're hitting the same button with both fingers, right? You just set the controller down and just, you know, doing blast beats on the attack button, you know, shit like that, right? Ah, gotcha. Well, you know, if your time scale is anywhere close to mine, this is when it's usually at. I personally found now I'm on evenings. I work evenings. So, and there's been a lot of time lately because I'm the only one there to do my job. When we get other people in there, well, it's going to kind of suck because it's going to take away some of my work and some of my money. But on the same token, I'll probably have, you know, at least another day or 2 available, and probably still be working more or less the same hours, though. Whether I go in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or I go in at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm still there between 10 and midnight, just regardless, which is a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing. So, I mean, it's hours and it's opportunity to work and, you know, go deliver joy to people and meet their dogs. That's my job. I deliver joy to people and I meet their dogs, and I really like doing it. And some people say I'm good at it. So I'm cool with that. Sometimes it's not even work. So I'm blessed in that regard. But yeah, anyway, Yeah, this time is usually pretty good, at least certain days of the week. Like, I don't know. So what is it? Thursday, right? Thursday night? That is the new Friday for a lot of people. And then you got Friday and Saturday night. Whatever, you know. And then, you know, some people are up later or around or whatever. And if you're not off partying and getting in trouble or, you know, doing things to get a divorce and whatever, then, you know, if you're chilling or just doing whatever, some people will drop in and say, hey. And then at these hours, like if I stream till 4 or 5 in the morning, my time, then that means it's like at least noon or midday in the UK somewhere. And especially on weekends. So if somebody's around on a Saturday that's been around for years and years, they can just stop in and say, hey man, what's going on, guys? I'm just living life and doing shit and I'm busy and, you know, whatever and all that, but, you know, catching up and so on and so forth. Yeah. Anyway, so it's not a bad time for that. But yeah, anybody who's hitting the hay at like 9 or 10 nightly because, you know, kids, jobs, works, school, whatever, and this and that and so on and so forth, I get it. 100%. And respect that, obviously. But yeah, anyway, cool that you stopped in just to say hey, because I mean, damn. YouTube channel's been around for a minute. So if you watch Dragon Age videos, I know I made those at least 5 or 6, 7, 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's been a while. So that's like almost a decade, dude. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that's actually really cool. I guess if I was a really good streamer, I'd have some kind of like congratulatory friggin' emote or splash or some shit that plays on some GIF or something, you know, that plays on the stream or something. And I don't know, I've got some things set up, but it's pretty much the same things that have been set up for forever. You know, I don't know. I just stream because, well, apparently I'm passionate about doing it. And every time they try to stop me, it just makes me do it more. And if they don't like it, it makes me do it even more. Yeah, that's a good thing. If you're an RPG player, you get it, right? Then you understand. Okay, so we can go back to camp and re-up on some other things. I just don't really have a lot of money. I've got money that I want to spend at the yeah, I have money I want to spend at the circle, and I hope we get this one ambush or whatever where you can get a skill book from this dwarven merchant guy. It's just an ambush place. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do right now though. I'm gonna refill. The cool thing is I don't have to go to work until 5 in the afternoon today. So I don't have to, you know, pass out at 3 a.m. I can go a little bit longer tonight. That's a good thing. I think Saturday's the same, but then Sunday and probably Monday and Tuesday, it'll be early days for no reason. There's no work for me early afternoon. It's evenings. People don't want pizza at 3 in the afternoon. They want pizza at like 5, 6, 7, 8 in the afternoon because they don't feel like cooking. Oh, nice. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Like that is the shit. Like tactics are like the thing that makes this unique. Why is this game better than other games? In what way? I would say that's it. I mean, you can talk about the storytelling, you can talk about this or that, combat. Some people think it's great, some people think it's lacking. Lots of opinions, doesn't really matter. But the one thing this game has that I think every other game needs to have to some extent is tactics. Like it's just you being able to understand the mechanics of the game and then mechanically orchestrate your engine to run properly in any scenario. In rain, in snow, in heat, in cold, when it's fucking one boss or when it's a million whatever, doesn't matter, right? So yeah, I mean, that's the shit. That's the draw here. There's always a way to tweak it. There's always a way to get your AI to work a little bit better. So it's like you're not letting AI take your job. Tactics in Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 is you're not letting AI take your job. You're telling AI that it's fucking stupid and that it needs to do it this way, right? And when that way works, which it does, a huge percentage of the time, when you get it right, it's friggin' amazing. And then when you crank the difficulty up and you just start wrecking that shit even better, because you understand all the mechanics, which is the only way you can actually use tactics, is to understand all the mechanics in the game. And then it's just chasing a rabbit. You're chasing a rabbit down the hole at that point. I mean, you can just micro theory craft, all kinds of cool shit with different builds and different combos and different stuff and this and that and blah blah blah. I see challenge runs where people solo Dragon Age, and I'm like, you're losing 90% of what makes the game unique against all other RPGs. You're really losing that. You're just dismissing it. In fact, you're avoiding it because maybe that's something to actually think about, and that's a challenge. More so than just soloing the game and exploiting weaknesses and, and the combat and the mechanics and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anybody who really gets into tactics, it's like, I want the other 70% of the game that's kind of hidden underneath the surface. Regardless of what difficulty you're playing on or regardless of what you're doing, the tactics are the rest of the game. And if you don't unlock that, you're cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself of all that goodness because that's so much replayability. It's just so many opportunities to just do shit a different way. With different people, with different setups, with different whatever. I mean, at some point, you're going to have heard all the dialogue. You've romanced everybody you want to romance. You've been through all the stories and all the storylines and all the intros and all the origins, you've done all that. So why would you still be playing the game? Because I want to create this perfect party that's just fucking better than everything else. And is there such a thing? Not really. But maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that. And what other game has that? It's a shame that they abandoned that in Inquisition. Onward. It doesn't make sense. In the current scheme of things, it makes sense, but it doesn't make any good sense. It's bad sense. Anyway, whatever. We still have these games. So all good for us, right? True story. I did save, right? I saved. I did save? I saved, right? Save. Pretty sure I saved. I don't know, I was talking too much, I forgot. I'm gonna go get Leliana this helmet. And find a way to get her to wear it, to be honest.
No end to these blasted things! Right ahead.
No, we can't do this. Well, that sucks, because that trap is way too early for us. That's a level 20 trap at level 8 Or 6, or whatever the fuck, 7. That's a level 20 trap. I don't think she has anything that can increase her... I don't know, I need to put that on, to be honest. Still wouldn't give her any help there. There's nothing. Wait, hold on a second. Maybe. See, Morgan loves that.
Gift.
Yeah, she loves that.
You have my thanks.
And Alistair loves this.
I could get used to this, you know.
Liliana.
Why, thank you so much.
Minor cunning. Now that might actually do it. I don't know what she needs to disarm those traps, but that might actually do it. I don't know if we can get through this ambush, but... Okay, hold on a second. So, how far are we from Mana Clash? Oh my god. We need all 4 ranks for that. We haven't leveled up. She's about to level up. So, I mean, that's what we're going to have to beeline for her. I'm not sure who we give all the spell tomes to. Somebody needs Mana Clash, and somebody needs, probably level twice. And somebody needs haste. And then the one who got Mana Clash needs haste immediately. And about that point, I think once Morrigan gets haste, that puts her in line to get all the blood magic shit, which comes much later in the game. But we want that second haste as quickly as possible. Or we just roll without Morrigan completely and just go get haste from the Warden's Keep DLC, which is Warrior Haste. That's exactly what warriors get, is haste. So there's that too. Okay. So let me just... Let's see if she can disarm these traps now. Probably be the same ambush.
No end to these.
It's only like 1 or 2 points.
Trap right ahead. Right ahead. Trap
Oh, she can do it.
Trap right ahead. Make us breath. I'll try to be merciful. You forced our hand. Make a preserve.
She can get the traps now. That one or 2 points of cunning that she just got was exactly enough. That's cool. Problem is, we gotta go kill that mage. So we're just gonna make everybody pause and everybody wait, and let's just go kill the mage. I don't think Alistair has taunt either. I don't think I have it set up for my character to taunt either. So we need to actually do something about that. We gotta kill the mage. The mage is the biggest threat, obviously. Then the archers. Get everybody to hold and stay where they're at. We're gonna keep getting this ambush. If I want to go to that place, we're gonna keep getting this ambush over and over again. It's way too early for this ambush. The game is cheating. But we're gonna see if we can just do it. Hey man, if I can disarm the traps, we'll figure out a way to get through it. But you can't let your allies wander around and just do shit. They'll trigger those traps. Those traps are worth more than this entire ambush put together. this ambush, then there's going to be a problem, because then we need to reload to get this ambush. Because I don't want it to be stolen from us completely forever for the rest of the game. These traps are worth hundreds of XP. And the enemies as well, but yeah, it's all about the traps.
Will you stop eating?
Now the game starts taking the shit on us. So it's possible that that ambush is now gone forever. We'll never see it again. Hundreds of XP and whatever loot it drops and stuff. Yeah, that's not acceptable either. I'm holding down the Y button as the game loads. I'm holding down the Y button now. I'm trying to clear the cache. If possible. Sorry, guys. I just want to get what the game has. I don't want to get cheated. I mean, that ambush was an actual cheat. And that ambush right there is probably... I don't know. Actually, if I got enough to disarm the traps with the Darkspawn, I got enough to disarm the traps with these assholes too. But Leliana has to do it. This is why I'd rather be playing a rogue in this situation. But... this was the one opportunity to play a sword and board with double haste. Natural double haste. And still have Morrigan as a blood mage. Which I think later is going to be... it's going to suck sometimes. Like, fighting, like, dragons and maybe even the archdemon or whatever. But it's going to just be so stupid sometimes that it's going to be totally fun doing it. I mean, you're totally cherry-picking your battles at that point, but that just... it really just seems like something we have to do. Now, hopefully we get that Darkspawn ambush again. That's not something you hear every day, is it? I mean, the ambush is not right there anymore. Didn't even get a soundbite for it.
Will you stop eating?
Maybe if you skip an ambush so many times, it just erases it from your game.
I see enemies ahead.
Well, maybe we can get a reset. Should be like right here. Cha-ching. No, now we're stuck on this one.
Twisted creature.
Oh, here we go. Alright, so this is what we wanted. Alright, so now.
Right ahead. Right there. I know how desperate you are. You're pathetic.
So we're gonna get this and not get cheated. The cool part is if you use any of those things, the enemies hit you like 5 times longer, and you hit the enemies with those exact same spells 5 to 10 times less. So their trap that's worth 5 seconds hits you for 20. Your trap that's worth 5 seconds hits them for 1/2 of a second. The exact same shit with the exact same power and the exact same leveling and the exact same scaling. Isn't that some bullshit? But that's the way it is. It's cheap as fuck. That's why they call it Nightmare. It's when Nightmare was actually Nightmare. Dragon Age 2 is the same way, even worse sometimes. No, you're not contacting Dragon Age servers. They're temporarily unavailable. They've been temporarily unavailable since they were shut down over a decade ago. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go ahead and be honest here. Sometimes Origins will actually tell you the truth. Yeah, there are no more Dragon Age servers. So, yeah, you gotta look somewhere else for your Dragon Age shit. Like Xbox Live Marketplace, PlayStation Network, Steam. Yeah, that's where you gotta go. Because the Origins servers don't exist anymore. I'm not gonna accept this until we get a fair shake. Or even if we get cheated, but still, okay, maybe I'll accept it. This should be the Darkspawn. Well, we'll get the Darkspawn after this. This is the skill book I was talking about. So you know what?
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegra can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, Dwarven made.
He doesn't have anything worth a shit. Like if you took a shit, it would be worth more if you just literally stopped and said, okay, hold on a second, and just took a shit and picked up your shit and offered it to him. It's worth more than anything he has. Except that one stupid skill book. It's literally his entire purpose for being here. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually kind of nice. But we're gonna get one for free, so why? Now this, that +1 strength. Oh, I need to give that to Morgan. I should have gave that to her already. So you know what? I could take that. I could take that belt for myself. That works for me. True story. Yeah, he's got a skill book, and you're the only one that can use it. So I don't know what that cost me, like 12 sovereigns? That's stupid. How many deep mushrooms? I've got plenty of deep mushrooms. All right. Let's buy some gifts. All right, so I just say we use it, like right now, because nobody else can use it. Watch. I can use it. Nobody else can use it. So if you wanted to give Morgan like an extra skill point in herbalism and say, okay, man, we could start making some money when we're like level 10 or 11 or something. No. You're the only one that can actually use these. So there you go. You do get an extra point here. I got to give that to 26 regardless. Okay, so here, I already got all these, right? And I can't have this yet. I'm thinking like poisons. I kind of want to put a poison on my shit. Like my weapon. You can't put a poison on your weapon unless you're a rogue or unless you have this. So I'm kind of thinking I want that. Yeah, that works for me. Just saying. Let's go. We're still going to have to meet ambushes trying to get to the circle tower, which I guess I would go there next. Dude, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Don't say, wait, what is this? Oh, yeah, that's the guy that gives us the Golem rod. And actually going from here down to
you'll have to forgive me if I seem
Hunleaf,
a bit nervous. Not many
you'll get
people
another
travel in
ambush.
this part of Ferelden.
Either
Of
way.
course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do? Well, yes. Oh, it's been quite the month. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service. I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither.
The war between what?
This trip has been one
The
miserable
war against the Darkspawn? That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about the war between Loghain and Ferelden. Civil war incited during a blight, using Loghain as a puppet. Who would do that? Maybe the first archdemon that controls all the blights? Yeah. Yeah, maybe you have a blood puppet working on the throne that he doesn't even have an ass to sit on the throne. There's no throne for a regent that killed the fucking king and just demands that shit. Maybe in America, maybe in the UK, but outside of that, maybe in Russia, but whatever.
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could? The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn. That's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely. Or I'm hoping that's so, at least. Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works. Maybe you could look up the fellow who owned the golem before. If he's still about, that is. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
New quest, but not... Dude, she still has... How is she not fucking leveled up yet? Dude, she's had like 99% XP, and we've gotten 1 billion XP, and she still has 99% XP.
Just go.
Don't really understand that, but... Alright, I guess that's just what we have to deal with, because the game says so. I really want to get through that Darkspawn ambush. Seriously. We won't have Mana Clash. Now we got this. This is the Superman ambush.
That? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the Tyke as our own.
So who's the Tyke in all this? Like, who is Superman? It's not the Warden. It's not... I mean, Wade can use the metal, apparently, but whatever. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do this shit at face value, to be honest. Just face value. Seriously, face value.
More foul darkspawn. Ladder, you can get off my back. I tried to be merciful. All right, all right. Excellent.
Now we theoretically should be able to run through this shit, but that's not necessarily true. I need to practice being a tank, though. I have to practice this shit.
Now better than later. Defend yourself. Bring in the army. Wipe them out.
Morgan is beating their bitch ass.
On your guard, Rick! Show them no mercy. I'll get on it. Someone's gonna fall and it sure won't be me! Got it.
That's the beauty of tactics. You don't have to switch between your party members 15 fucking times in a fight because you're desperately just trying to not die or whatever. Tactics just take over. Everybody's doing their job. If everybody does their job, tactics work. All right, so now she's still gonna have everything's magic at this point. Everything's magic. I don't know if we put maybe a couple points, maybe into Constitution later, maybe a couple. All right, but she got that. This is a wasted point. If I could respec her, I would take this right now and put it right here. That's where I would put it. Anyway. And this is a wasted point. If I could take this right now, and then I would put it right here, then she'd be 2 steps. If I could respec her, like you can in Dragon Age 2. Anyway, we just got to get her to Mana Clash. One way or another. And get Wind to haste at the same time. Not really sure if that's even possible. Maybe by the end of the Fade type of thing. Although it'd be really handy in the Fade. Mana Clash would be really handy in the Fade. But Win is like really, really close to haste. So you can get her to have that. I think she only needs like 2.
Now's better than later. I'll get on
All right.
Everybody's doing their job. Everybody's doing their job.
All right. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Run while you can. Back! Got it.
I think we work well together.
Nice. That's tactics. That's when your party is just doing their shit. Like they're doing their shit. What shit are they doing? Their shit. That's the shit that they're doing. What shit is that exactly? It's their shit. Just saying. Be a whole lot more fun if we'd done a unlimited leveling in Lothering. Hey, at least we're getting loot, man. Silver here, silver there. Nice. Yeah, so taunt is definitely something you have to have on a hotkey. You really do. Just to pull enemies off of your mages. And they're still going to get in a few cheap attacks because it's turn-based. If they're aggroed on your mage, it's turn-based. And even if you do it while they're tromping over to your mage, they're still going to attack your mage at least once. And if they can one-shot your mage, they're still going to do it. So that's what I don't like about hidden turn-based action games, which is exactly what Origins is. Dragon Age 2 does a much better job
Golem, doesn't
in the
it?
combat.
An
Most of the
actual
time.
golem, and not a statue at all. I wonder how it ended up here, of all places.
Yeah, well, that's not the command phrase. All right, cool. I guess. Now we can give Leliana the stagger, though. And we can go back to our camp. And no, you don't have to suffer an ambush to go back to your camp. You're basically camping wherever you go. So if you're here, you can go to your camp from here. If you're in Denerim, you can go to your camp from Denerim.
Done. Anything else? Hello.
She needs this. And it's, what, 24 decks? She doesn't have 24 decks. What's her decks? 22. Okay, maybe you shouldn't have put so many points into cunning early. All right, that's fine. She can't use it now, but we can still go give it runes and get our silver on the way out. That's like, what, 8 silver right there.
I don't understand. You look like a woman. You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman.
Doesn't make any sense.
So you understand my confusion, then? Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight.
That's not a universal truth.
Why would women ever wish to be men? That makes no sense.
They don't wish to be men. This isn't like an alphabet LGBTQAZXYMMLONMMMOP plus minus GXCQR fucking satanic. Nobody ever heard of that shit before about like just the last couple years. Yeah, this isn't that kind of argument. It's I'm a human being and I fight and I kick ass. I can kick your ass. So if I was my character, that's exactly what I'd tell. I can kick your ass right now. You're allowed to be here rather than dead. And I should have killed you in that cage if you want to keep bumping your fucking communist suckers, bitch. That's exactly what our character should say. It is what it is, and it's not everything else.
Do they also wish to live on the moon? That's as attainable. One of those things can't be true. A person is born, Gunari or human or elven or dwarf. He doesn't choose that. The size of his hands,
your genealogy?
clever or foolish,
No,
the land he
but you
comes
can
from,
choose
the
what you
color
do
of
with
his
it.
hair, these are beyond his control. We do not choose, we simply are.
You can choose what to do, though. That's what you call morals and ethics. It's why liberals can't seem to choose what they do about anything. What they say is given to them to be the opposite of truth all the time. And what they do is the opposite of logic. And it's the opposite of ethics, and it's the opposite of morals. In government, in banking, economy, in schools, with drag queens doing helicopter penis flaps in the faces of 7-year-olds while the parents are not notified that this is happening in a library in some fucking elementary school. This shit happens every day. If you have your kids in public school, what the fuck is wrong with you? Shame on you. But a person can choose what to do.
Can they? We'll see.
Got his respect from that because it's the truth. Stan can at least respect the truth. So somehow, Stan is like you're Russian. That you're Russian, maybe it doesn't buy completely into the whole communist thing, even though they have to, at the penalty of death or re-education. But if you can convince them that truth is truth, and then you have everything else, they might realize that what they're believing, their like entire being, is a lie. Maybe you could save a Qunari from themselves. Well, you can't, but you could give them the truth that they need to find salvation from whatever fucked up shit is just corrupting their brain to where they can't ever be anything but evil. You got a little Islam in there. You got a little communism in there. You got a lot of fucking woke Democrat in there. You know, that keeps you from ever being salvageable. And that's so sad, but anyway. All right, so I'm gonna upgrade this dagger for Leliana just, well, because yeah.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I think I can get skill tomes again. I can totally sell that and that. I'm not selling that. Can I actually use this? Takes 36 strength. I don't have that yet. I mean, I will. That takes 31 strength. I have that. Not buying that yet. It's the exact same thing. All right, so let's just sell that. Okay. What did I give? What did I give Leliana? I didn't give her any of these. Okay, so let's buy that. Let's see. Oh, please tell me. Oh, fuck. I didn't buy 2 sets of these. God damn it. Motherfucker. It's not the worst thing ever. I don't know. There's boots that you can give Morgan later. I would give these to Wynn, to be honest. But I would give these to Morgan, too. The reduces hostility and the max armor rating. I didn't buy these the first time I was here. That's the first mistake I made. That's a really bad mistake, actually. Okay. Whatever. Well, I didn't do that, so I'm definitely going to buy him here. Buy those either. Man, I should have bought those the first time. That I could have bought. That I definitely could have. And so let's see. 38 strength. I don't have it. I can get it. I don't have it. That's 38. I'm not using helmets, although that would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Yeah. There's another spell word. Not buying it now. Gonna give it to Leliana. Can't afford it right now. Definitely got to get both of these, though. Right now. Let's see. Grandmaster. Got to get the backpack. Got to get that. Grandmaster Lightning. And I can come back for the rest of it. Grandmaster Frost, maybe. Probably can't afford. Let's just see. Well, we got a bunch of this shit. Let's get rid of that. Okay, well, we definitely got stuff to. Let's see. All right, hold on a second. Let's see. So we got flasks, and I definitely need lyrium. But I really want to be able to buy the mage tome and the backpack. The circle tower. We can come buy all the rest of this shit later. I should have bought this shit in the first place, but I guess we'd be at the same point we are now, so it's all good, right? Got this too. That's Constitution. That's really good for Morgan. But there's another hood I think you get somewhere. It's just like gangster as shit. It's just like it's like cunning and health regen and shit. It's great for a blood mage. All right, so let's give away what we can. Silver Sword of Mercy. I think that's either Leliana or Alistair. I'm pretty sure. I know Leliana loves the satin shoes.
Dear of you.
She loves that.
Thank you so much.
The Silver Sword of Mercy, probably.
Oh, how dear of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Morgan.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
She's definitely down with that. This is all for that's for win. We got Grandmaster shit too.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Alright, so let's see, so Grandmaster Frost and Grandmaster Lightning. She's definitely a damage dealer. And then I've got a Grandmaster Lightning, which I got the first time I was here, along with all the rest of the good runes. So let's see if we can get our stats buffed a little bit more.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
I thought I did all this.
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more. I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom. Me? No, I never did any of the killing, until later. And even then, Flemeth was a glutton for that sort of thing. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum. You do not know? The Zealots use that word for any magic they do not control. The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the Circle of Magi as apostates, and apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true, still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
Well, if you're intelligent enough to not become woke, liberal, and a fucking rabid, slobbering, rabies-infected fucking whatever the fuck those things are that protest against good and just fucking love Satan and love to protect child molesters and sex traffickers and pimps and anybody else who aligns with the Democrat Party. Yeah.
Thank you for small favors, then, at the very least. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Yeah, if I was able to think for myself, I guess I would at least agree with that. I don't know. I think there's probably more favor to be gained from that conversation. But at the same token, do you want to, like, encourage woke thinking? If you do, then you're a bad person. So, I try to stay away from that.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. I await your command.
We're already friends, obviously.
So, full
She
of
only says that if
questions,
you're
are
friends
you?
already.
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
I mean, you could. Sure.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond.
You ever kind of imagine what Morgan and Flemeth's nights around the fire, around the stew bubbling on the fire or whatever, what those nights actually entailed in terms of, like, conversation? I don't know. Flemeth is an actual fucking dragon, right? She's an uncorrupted old god. Uncorrupted old god that has 1,000 things to share, but knows that you won't understand anything that she says if she shared any of it. And you can imagine her having a daughter. Maybe many daughters. I mean, who knows what? I mean, the legends are superstitions, so whatever, whatever. What were those conversations like around the fire? Like, what does Morgan actually say to her mother, who's just this, not an abomination, just essentially an old god incarnate that's just not corrupted yet, that probably fought against the old gods who were sent to the abyss and are now becoming archdemons, and Flemeth has seen this shit 4 or 5 times already, right? What were those conversations like? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Morgan becomes Flemeth by drinking from the pool of knowledge that Flemeth actually leaves behind. that actually happens in Inquisition. So I mean, like there you go. So that obviously not just a wealth of knowledge. She actually becomes her mother, not possessed like an empty sack, which is what the false grimoire that was given to the Circle to pretty much misdirect them to keep her daughter safe, probably. Right? Like, I mean, that now you're getting in some intrigue. Now you're getting in some next level, like, you know, friggin', oh, what's his name? Man, I got one of the characters. I just can't remember the name of the other one. Anyway, like some next level, like CIA intrigue movie shit at that point. Right? But yeah, she drinks from Flemeth's pool, which is caretakered by the original elves who never died. So, and that probably has some shit to do with Solus too. So, anyway, I mean, just put that in your pipe and smoke it for a little bit, and damn, if I did do any kind of drugs, I could probably just get off on that for probably like, 6 months or so. Yeah, and put 1,000 more hours into gameplay and just be on some other level type bullshit. What does it mean? Nothing, but it would probably be fun to go there. Just saying.
For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of this...
I would like to hear the conversations around the campfires, while the stew is bubbling.
I was unfamiliar with
It's definitely something
so confident
Flemeth
and bold was I,
had familiar with Morgan. The stew is bubbling on the fire. It's something they obviously did 1 billion times. The stew is bubbling on the fire. I would hate to see your hut burn down. And then Flemeth's like, okay, let's just get real. It's likely that you're going to see me and this hut and everything fucking destroyed by the Darkspawn. And the next time you see your mother, she's going to be a fucking rabid goddamn archdemon following some pawn of Dumat, or just the next archdemon to a blight that doesn't even exist, because the 5th old god is the last old god, and it's the weakest of the 5. And that's what Duncan tells you at the very beginning of the game. If you watch the art, there's 5, then there's 4, and the abyss, and one going into the abyss with the peacock feathers, which is pride. Pride is the first sin, which is dedicated to Dumat, who is the shadow, who was the first sent to the abyss and the first to come back as an archdemon. And remember, Flemeth is a dragon. So if you corrupt Flemeth, she's what? Another archdemon. Even though you don't have any more blights, because she's not in the abyss. She's on this side of the abyss. Just put that in your lore pipe and smoke it for a little bit. It's pretty cool to think about. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's pretty cool shit, right? Even if whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't really matter. It's still pretty cool to think about.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested. Men are always willing to believe 2 things about a woman. 1, that she is weak, and 2, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard.
She's not wrong there.
Child's play.
Child's
the point
play.
being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
You mean like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand?
I find it offensive.
Intrusion.
I find the need to kill you because you're trying to touch my hand. I didn't invite you to touch my hand. What the fuck are you doing?
Table. How to bargain without offending.
Can you imagine, Morgan?
I still do not
like,
understand.
Everything deserves death.
But then
so why are you trying to do any of this shit?
When I returned to the wild,
this is how
I swore to Flemeth that
human
I had
culture
no intention of leaving again.
Works? Yeah, man. I don't understand any part of it. But not understanding any part of human culture where decency, manners, she doesn't understand manners. So she's just a wild girl. But she has the capacity to have manners. And she has the capacity to be understanding and, honestly, even have a conscience. She actually has that capacity. Which is makes her a really deep developed character. Her story arc is one of the best in video games probably ever. Seriously, it probably is. Morgan's is special. It's special because there's so many psychological avenues that lead to where it's at, and her strength of character and her weaknesses are equally like that yin and yang shit. She's that yin and yang shit personified. And she's not a pussy. So there you go. She is definitely not a bitch. I mean, she can be a bitch, but I mean, bitch and then bitch. Like, that's two different things. You get what I'm saying.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally.
Simpleton!
Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment.
I don't know, I think she might like Alistair on some level, but she has no respect for Alistair whatsoever. Fucking simpleton. Oh my god. I gotta ask her one more thing. Hold on a second.
I await.
We're gonna have her at like massive magic before we even go to the Circle Tower. And we're like just now like what, level 8? That'd be awesome.
So, full of questions, are you? I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing
Yeah, it never happened.
legend.
That didn't happen even once.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one. I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear. There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you
Has anybody ever wanted to get...
But my life
this is a rhetorical question. Have any of you, guys and girls, gentlemen and ladies, ever wanted to get into your dog's head just to see what they're thinking? I mean, just be a dog for a second and just say, what am I smelling? Why do I have to piss on every single blade of grass? Why do I love snacks so much? Like, why is cuddle time the most important part of my being? And why, if you leave the room for 5 minutes and you come back, I treat you as if you were gone for at least a year or more? Has anybody ever wanted to get into their fucking dog's head and just see and smell and just understand. I mean, it's good enough they treat us the way they do. And I'm not just talking about dogs. I'm talking about your cat, your turtle, your lizard, your tarantula, your friggin' boa constrictor, whatever. I don't know, your ferret. Oh, ferrets are fucking amazing in every sense of the word. They're amazing animals. Ferrets are cool as shit. I would love to have a ferret and a chihuahua that got along. Do you understand what kind of life I would live at that point? Like that would be like all my bucket lists checked off in life ever. If I had a ferret and a chihuahua that just fucking got along, and we just, and we could go out on pizza deliveries and just, do shit, right? I think about stuff like that sometimes. Anyway, can you imagine being in your dog's head or your cat or your just who or whatever, right? And be like, man, I can actually see and smell this shit and understand exactly where they're coming from and how they actually perceive this. Like, I don't know, there's a piece of pepperoni on the ground, on the sidewalk, out of nowhere. Oh my God, this is an apocalyptic event. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you even think like that? And that's what makes our friends, our pets, if you want to call them pets, I just say friends and family. That's what makes our friends and family friggin' amazing, because they see the most miraculous shit that you don't give any credit to whatsoever, and it's the most amazing thing in their life, at least for 5 minutes. Well, maybe for just 30 seconds. And then after that, do you got any sausages? Maybe, I don't know, some turkey, cheese. Cheese is cool. Cheese, I mean, every dog likes cheese, and like I'm pretty sure most pets like cheese too. You know what? I wouldn't doubt that turtles like cheese. I really wouldn't doubt that. I would have to ask Whiskey James, hey man, do turtles like cheese? I'm just asking, because I like cheese on my salads, and turtles love salads. So do they like cheese? And if I find the answer to that, that's like one of the mysteries of the universe solved. Do turtles like cheese? You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that right there. That's what's important. Whether your Democratic representative is a fucking pedophile or not, you know what? I mean, I guess the world is what it is at this point, but do turtles like cheese? That seems pretty important to me. I really want to know this. Because maybe if I have access to like a lot of cheese, like Walmart mozzarella, and I got a turtle that's going to outlive me and my fucking children if I had any, and probably even my grandchildren if I had any. And my turtle just fucking loves mozzarella, so it's like just lettuce and mozzarella and that's it, and then we can just play video games. I'd be down. I think that's keeping life simple, if you ask me. Yeah, that's avoiding responsibilities, but it's still keeping life simple. So, and that's a beautiful thing. Chat raises the archdemon Blight Baby. But the old god soul that's in her child, is it innocent or is it guilty? Is it innocent or guilty? Just like, okay, so Satan's actual biological child from the Garden of Eden is Cain. And the first thing Cain does is murder. Does Morrigan's old god baby commit murder? I don't think so. Satan's old god baby in the Bible, in the actual history of humanity that we actually live in now, oh, yeah, the first thing he did was murder, just like his father. Lie, murder. That's it. And then they claim to be Jews ever since then. What is a Jew? It's, well, somebody of Israel that probably descended from Judea, the land of Judea, and eventually became, what, Americans, Canadians, Europeans? Yeah, that's Israel. That's Seth. who replaced Abel, whom Cain murdered. That's what the Bible says. I said that's all. Cain was Satan's child. It's not in Adam's genealogy anywhere in the Bible. Go look it up for yourself. That tells you exactly who murdered Jesus and exactly who is attacking you right now. And it's got fucking drag queens doing penis helicopters pretending to be women in their fucking dresses and makeup and shit in children's libraries. Children's elementary school libraries under the teacher's supervision to do the helicopter penis in front of your 7-year-old child's face. That's what Cain does. That's what Cain's descendants decide that should dictate the course of your future. That's a true story. You can go look it up on Google, actually. So yeah, I mean, this isn't a stretch of the imagination. This isn't conspiracy. It is what it is. They've written your future through your banks, your schools, your politics, and your churches. If your church teaches the truth, they will lose their license. That's a fact. That's why denominations were created by Cain to separate the body of Christ, so that the hand is cut off from the foot, is cut off from the head, is cut off from the heart, and nobody knows what the fuck is going on. So everybody expects Jesus to show up and be the rapture Jesus, which is exactly who Satan is. That's in the Bible. What's the rapture? 666. Mark of the beast. Rapture. The first Messiah to show up. In the 6 trump, 6 seal, 6 vial. 666. When does Jesus show up? 7th trump, 7th seal, 7th vial. And judges the shit out of everybody who just got persuaded by a rock star who can perform miracles, and you never learned a fucking thing, and you have no idea why you're even alive right now. The meaning of life is literally as much a mystery to you as why cats act like they hate you even when they love you. It's the exact same type of mystery to you, isn't it? Of course it is. You ever asked why? I think if somebody's going to take an opportunity to use a platform for something that matters, for no monetary gain, for no personal gain, even to be hated for everything that you say, but you know why you're hated, so you can not only forgive, but you can pray for, you can be a benefactor on behalf of anybody who hates you as you exist. Now, there's a spiritual sense to that, and there's a fleshly or carnal sense to that. Even a legal sense to that. People who come against you legally, yeah, you should be able to destroy them. And if you can't, then just know that they'll be destroyed in good time. But when it comes to like ethics, morals, spirituality, certain stuff, like we're playing an RPG and using examples brought up by this RPG to explain actual current things that are going on, because they can't be completely unconnected to the people that wrote this RPG, which are responsible for doing a lot of satanic things in their words and their deeds and their motives and their actions. So what better touchstone, if you will, what better milestone than going with what these people created and using that against them, because they foreshadowed themselves. It's like a confession, right? And they didn't even know it. But it's a blessing to be able to point that shit out and say, this is how this reflects on the world you're actually living in today. This is where this thinking goes. And the stuff that they condemn is probably like some Christian stuff. And the stuff that they glorify is, well, Satan stuff. And there you go. That's a beautiful thing, to be able to play a video game and actually relate that to modern circumstances where it rings absolutely true. Bad is bad and good is good, and it's just that cut and dry. And what you might call good is really bad, and what you might call bad is really, really actually good. It always comes down to the Bible. I mean, it really does. The Bible, the revealed Word of God. Not the Word of God as read by preachers who take one verse out of context and completely defy the entire point of that passage by misquoting in a single thing to mislead millions of people to be destroyed. Although that pastor is probably going to be destroyed. Those million people, you might have a chance in the millennium. Because God's pretty cool like that. If you heard what I just said, just understand exactly what I just said. No, wait. If you heard what was just said, understand exactly what was just said. And if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's okay. Maybe you still got a shot. Anyway, it's great to play a game that brings up these dichotomies, that brings up these what would you call subjects, these foundations upon which you can discuss some like extracurricular shit, and it actually rings true in the real world, because this was brought up in a game that was written by the bad guys. Almost 20 years ago. I would guess that there's at least one or two people in my stream right now that aren't even 20 years old, or just 20. So there's something to be said there. And it's like, well, the cool thing is, if you haven't heard anything like that, you didn't come into the stream for that, but you got what you came for, and you didn't know it. And I'm not giving myself any credit on that. I just say we get off, we chase rabbits down holes sometimes, and we get off into tangents, and we compare the substance, the basis of some things that actually apply to the real world, whether it be your school or your work, your bank, your politicians, your government, your leaders, your community, and even fucking law enforcement and legalities and shit like that, right? If it rings true, it's true. If it's true, it's true. If it's not true. And a lot of what they do is not true. And a lot of what you understand, if you're willing to understand it, is actually true. So where do you apply your thoughts? Where do you actually say, I take a stand? You know what? Right is right, and then this is fucking fucked up. And that's you. So maybe you actually have a chance in this world being born ignorant, knowing nothing except what you were taught in this world. And you see evil for what it is, and you say, you know what? I really actually don't like that. You know what that is? You know what? I'm going to give you the most beautiful thing I ever understood in my entire life. If you say that's evil and I'm not cool with that, I may not know anything, but I know that's bad. I know what's going on is bad. You know what that is? That's the basis of Christianity. That's the basis of Christianity. And that needs to be understood. And if this is where you sign off my stream, that's fine. That's your choice. That's cool. And if you hate what I'm about to say, whatever. But God came in the flesh and was murdered by the enemy and the enemy's children for you, so that you could say, you know what, man? Right is right and wrong is just wrong. All this liberal shit is just wrong. All this evil Democrat woke shit is just wrong. Everything about it is fucking doesn't make any sense. They literally contradict themselves every time they literally move or speak or act or even fucking twitch. That's Christianity. God came to where you could understand that right is right and wrong is wrong. And the entire world is full of wrong, so basically just don't do that. It's not really that hard. And if you understand that, do you understand that you actually get life? Like eternal life. Like that type of life. Like life above and beyond your understanding, because you were born ignorant, knowing nothing. But you actually even understand that good is good and bad is bad. Right is right and wrong is wrong. God is God and Satan is everything else. And everything else is pretty much controlling every aspect of your society, and you see it. That's why nobody can get along. Can't we all just get along? No, we can't, because liberals control shit, essentially. No, we can't just get along. And that's why we stream tonight, to say exactly that. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. Just think for yourself. In fact, if you forget I even exist tomorrow, but you understand that at some point, that simple basic thing that school has denied you of, your church has denied you of, your bank has denied you of, your politicians, your leaders, your governors, your presidents have denied you of. If you just understand that anyway, just because you have common sense, and you do your job, and you work, and you eat accordingly, there's another test to come. It's not that easy, but at least you're halfway there. That's Christianity. Has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with churches. The church is, well, the body of Christ, the people that actually understand and believe. Outside of that, yeah, it's pretty sad. It looks like the rest of the world that you're dealing with at this moment. You're probably buried in debt, and you probably got a lot of bad shit going on around you, and you don't have anybody you can trust, maybe no friends. your husband, or wife, or your spouse left you with fucking kids, or they took your kids, or this or that, or blah, blah, blah. You can't trust anybody around you. That's all covered in the scriptures. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be today. Is that your fault? No. But can you make the right choice? Yes. Now that's a fact. So if you came looking for Dragon Age, well, you kind of got it. There you go. Anyway, God bless you, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out and just listening to something that might make a difference that's worth more than anything you could ever pay for. And you got it for free. That's a beautiful thing. That is the most beautiful thing ever. So, there you go. I'm getting, am I getting notifications? Nice. You want to see something cool? I gotta show you something cool. Alright, so, hold on. This is my buddy. Her name is Baby Cakes. That's literally her name. But we don't ever call her Baby Cakes. We call her Cake. She's Cake or The Cake or would you shut the fuck up? That's pretty much her names. Cake, The Cake, and Shut the Fuck Up. My mom doesn't cuss, but she will tell Cake to shut the fuck up. She will actually say that. Because, well, God bless, my mom is still around to... No, anyway, it's my mom's dog, but it's like my best friend, so it's probably my dog. Like if shit happened, if shit went down tomorrow, that would be my dog, and she would just trust everything I said and did, and she'd probably make pizza deliveries with me because she's freaking awesome like that. And her IQ is like 100 and no, probably 211, maybe, right? Yeah, that's how cool she is. Anyway, that's the Cake. That's my buddy. Just had to share that with you because my phone was just going off for no goddamn reason.
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus, they cannot speak.
No real feedback there, and that's fine. It's all about planting seeds, not seeing them grow. I can sit there and plant a seed and sit there and watch it with a flashlight 24/7 just to see if it grows. I can't make it grow. Only God can make a seed grow. Plant a seed, somebody else waters it, somebody else in your life, and you go on and you forget who I was. That's the best thing in the universe. But the blessing of seeing the truth planted and it actually come into just amount to something, and somebody making a life change towards the better when they were so destitute. I actually experienced that once in life, and you know what? I'm not going to share that story now, but literally I actually experienced that. Personally, I just saying what I needed to say, and I didn't really have anything to do with it. It wasn't my words. I just passed them along in a situation where I was supposed to be in a really, really bad place for doing so. I was allowed to be persecuted, but somehow I didn't get persecuted, and this thing happened, and then I actually saw what happened later, because I was forced into a situation to see how that turned out, just so I could say that's what it is. I'm just gonna I don't, you can probably just imagine the circumstances I was in, but literally this is a true story. I once interacted with a person who cut their own eyes, threw feces at people, and cut their own penis so they could get a trip to the nurse, so that the nurse would look at their penis so they could start pissing and throwing feces and shit like that. And I wasn't allowed to talk to this person, but I found myself talking to this person, and I said, I didn't say shit. I didn't say a single fucking thing. All I know is, you know what? I'm just gonna tell you what happened. I remember saying to this person, "You're not an animal. You're a human being. You put yourself in a cage, and you're being treated like an animal, but you're not. So, do you know who Jesus is?" And this person picked up a Bible, half of a Bible, literally soaking in toilet water, and says, yeah, I've got one. Had been abusing their Bible. Okay, cool. I'm going to get you another one. Are you okay with that? Yeah, okay. So I go and I get another one. This is actually a true story. This actually happened. I get another one and I bring it back. And if I give this person this Bible, I could be put in. Let's just say this. I could be put in deadly circumstances to my person in my future, but nobody's watching. So I give this person a Bible, and I say, you know, you can read any part of it. Maybe you should go look at this. Maybe you should go look at that. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you that you need to pray to listen. Pray to listen, and understand exactly what you need to go see and hear. That's all I can say. And I got to touch this person's hands and say, well, anyway, pray with this person, this human being. And then sometime later, an entirely different circumstance, which I had forgotten about this, because I mean, if you're going to be a tool, be a tool. Don't be the hand that wields the tool, be the tool. That was the big lesson. And I met this person later, and they were cleaned up, and they had fucking haircut. I don't know why I remember the haircut, but they had a haircut, and they weren't living in sewage water, and they weren't cutting themselves, and they weren't eating light bulbs, and they weren't cutting their own fucking eyeballs, and they weren't doing any of this. You know what they said? Say, man, check this out. Oh, wow. This actually happened. Said, check this out. This is what I just read. What do you think? In front of like 100 and, let's see. No, it wasn't 100. I would say in front of about 80, 87, 86, 85 gangbangers, murderers, and fucking everything else. Yeah, I just cried. You don't get to see that every day. I guess you have to be in a situation where you can actually see that. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, damn. True story. Shit. Yeah, I think I'm at that point now. Yeah, I think I'm at actually that point now where it's just sappy at this point. Anyway, just saying, life-changing. Life-changing. I didn't do a single damn thing, but I was allowed to witness it, and as I was allowed to see it. Ooh, man. Nothing like it. Can't justify it, can't excuse it, can't scientifically say, nah, man, it's this, and no, none of that. No. We were as bad as it gets, and then it gets as good as it gets. In every sense of the word. And I didn't need to ever see or talk to that person again. I will. In heaven, I will. I'm not worthy of that, but, yeah. It's going to happen. That's just, crazy. It's a privilege, man. That's a privilege. That's not religion. That's not... Yeah, it's just... It is what it is. And it's not what it's not. So, there you have it. Anyway,
The form of an animal is different from my own.
No.
One may study the creature.
I appreciate you guys listening. Anybody still here? I appreciate you guys listening. That's
In time, this allows one to become
That's,
as it is.
that's
I
a
gain
deep one.
nothing by studying
That's a deep
another
one.
human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing.
The circumstances
so the
were...
answer is no. My human
How did
form
I
is
even
the
get
only
myself
one
there?
I possess.
How did I get myself in that situation? Well, doing everything wrong. Doing everything wrong. Huh. And they got to experience the most amazing thing I'll ever see in my life, I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to predict, but yeah.
Anyone with sufficient
Anyway.
will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself,
Good stuff.
sadly, you must remain
Maybe that sounded
disappointed.
vague, but maybe it didn't. If you get it, you get it. If you know, you know.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I
Amazing.
an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to.
Any man.
Enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the
Why does she
dogs
hate
gather on
men
us.
so much? That's something from her mother, I'm guessing. Any man. Any man. Yeah, okay. Alright, whatever.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
It's so stubborn sometimes.
It's very nice, and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. 1 year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have...
Is it my
missed out.
imagination, or does it sound like every time Leliana tells the story of Orlais, it's a bunch of celebrities? And from the Epstein files, we know what the celebrities do, like to children, to innocents, sex, the cannibalism, the blood drinking, the vampirism, and all this shit. Like this is not made up shit. This has happened since the Grove. Epstein's Island is just a modern fucking woke fucking Bitcoin version of the Grove, which has been going on since before the 1920s. Same shit. And the reason I can actually say that with any kind of anything is my uncle has been there. May he pay for his sins. The Grove makes Epstein's Island look like a vacation resort as opposed to a temple. It's been going on with every single one of your leaders even before 1948, when Israel became a nation again. Even before that. That's a true story.
Yes, you can imagine what she looked like by the end of the evening. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me. You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
So who's deceiving and seducing who here? That's the question. She plays the coy, the coy forbidden fruit. That she plays that role. She's been doing this since forever. I mean, she actually has a story as a person, but she becomes a subject, basically embracing all of the spy services, you know, the subterfuge, the espionage, and shit like that. She actually embraces all that, basically in the entire world, not just for Eldon, but all of Thedas. She becomes the spy master of Thedas. So who better to possess her after Logain is gone than Dumat? Because remember, Leliana dies after Origins. She dies, no matter what. If you don't kill her at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, she dies on a trip to the Temple of Sacred Ashes. And they tried to pull it off on like some Cole-like shit, like some fucking lyrium ghost and this and that. No, man. She's fucking Dumat, and she takes over the entire world, whether you make her the divine or not in Inquisition. Leliana is the fly on the wall, the elephant in the middle of the room, everywhere. She has to be Dumat incarnate. In fact, the one thing that Dumat wants more, even through the Envy Demon in Orlais, is for the Empress to die. And that's the first thing Leliana tells you to do as your chief advisor in the Inquisition. Another thing she tells you to do is suspect Morrigan as being the blood mage assassin that's going to kill the Empress, while the actual assassin that she knows about that literally kills the Empress in about 3 out of 4 of the scenarios she's aware of, and she doesn't tell you shit about that. Because the exact same demon behind Leliana is also behind the Duchess, which is the assassin that kills the Empress. That's how Inquisition plays out. We don't get any more lore after that. It just goes straight Fallout 4, Skyrim, fucking Starfield woke after that. It's even worse than Andromeda after that. So we never get the answer to exactly what and why is it going on and what's going on. We'll never get the rest of the story. And that's a shame because Karen Weeks and Patrick Weeks obviously put a lot of effort into the writing. So I would say even Karen and Patrick Weeks, or that they're about as satanic woke as you can possibly get, are even offended by how woke BioWare got after BioWare imploded, after Anthem, after Andromeda, which was actually a good game, it was just written to the point that it sabotaged itself, so it could never succeed. EA still needs to sue the BioWare studio for sabotaging, corporate sabotage. That's the title I would put on it. I don't know what you would call it, but the best I can come up with is corporate sabotage. They invested millions, damn near $1 billion into a game that the BioWare studio sabotaged because, I don't know, the BioWare forums went down and the woke people just aren't satisfied unless somebody feels the pain. And how money-hungry CEOs actually let that happen is still a mystery to me. Y'all would have to explain that one to me. I would really like to hear an explanation for that. What time is it now? It's got to be, what, 3 or 4? 3? Yeah, it's 3 in the morning. All right, cool.
And what would you do if I said I do? Very much so, in fact. Huh? You must do that then. Perhaps later when I'm not prepared for it. Surprise me. Come then, let's get going. If I recall correctly, you have some important earth-shattering business to attend to. Yes? Something you need?
So now we're friends too.
Yes? What's on your mind? My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it. She wasn't unhappy. We had a good life, and she liked Orlais well enough. I loved it, though. Val-Royeaux was so vibrant.
Loved all the espionage and the inbreeding and the incest and the murder and more espionage and assassination and fucking, it's a country made of Hillary Clinton.
I have more memories of Cecily than my mother. Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Nice. Alright, cool. Well, shit. That's about the best we can ask for now. I don't have enough money for other stuff.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
I could probably just roll it. I could probably just roll with my dog, to be honest. I really could. Alright, so we got that. She can't use that yet. Okay. Oh, she can use this, though. She can use that. It's hostility. I mean, I still think I can use that. Then Morgan needs this. Is that improves blood magic thing? That's her shit. That is her shit. True story. That is her shit. Not really sure what I need to do with that, to be honest. And if I need to actually use some of these, seriously, dude, why didn't I take? Are you fucking kidding me? Why didn't I take Templar first? Motherfucker. That doesn't really make any sense. Why did I take Berserk first? Resilience. Okay, maybe. All right. I mean, maybe. Oh, fuck it. Penalty to stamina regeneration. Resilience is passive. Berserk is something you have to keep activating. Maybe that wasn't a good way to go. Maybe you go Templar. No, I said Berserker Templar. I did say Berserker Templar. We're just going to have this as a hotkey because the only way you can activate this is with a hotkey, or else you have to keep going to the power wheel. So that kind of fucking sucks. Okay, yeah, apparently I need to at least eat one of these things. Maybe both of them? But what does Leliana actually need to eat? Alright, hold on a second. We definitely want this. We definitely want that at level 8, and she's level 7, so level 8. I say we probably just take this. Combat movement is huge for Leliana, because she starts backstabbing almost like, okay, not everything, but she starts backstabbing twice as often. Let's just put it that way. Definitely want this as soon as it's available, because we want all of our stuff. And I definitely want these things too. So, like, giving her... She doesn't have any dagger skills at all, either. She needs this. So when she levels up, she takes that. And then she gets this, too. Damn, maybe she should get all the, son of a bitch. Oh, on a second. Let me see what I actually need. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have plenty of skill points. I don't think maybe I don't need all the talent points. Definitely want bravery at level 8 though. I definitely want that. So I guess I just take that. But I would like at least one skill point to get berserk. But then you have to have level 10 to get this. Maybe if I take 1 point and get berserk, and then at level 8, bonus to health regen, which is actually amazing. Okay, that's probably exactly why I took it. Oh, and I think the Templar skills, like Holy Smite, I don't think you can have those until you get Blood Mage skills, which is like level 16, 17, 18. You can't even have that shit anyway. So this is just more damage. Damage works for me. Alright, so, shit. Do I take one of these? Do I take one and then give one to Leliana? Maybe? Alright, I guess we do. I don't know. I think I'm doing the right thing. All right. So I can't have that to level 8 anyway. I can't have this to level 8. And you've got cool shit down here too. That's level 9. It's level 8. So let me see something real quick. Berserk. Nice. And then Leliana, let her go ahead and take one of these too, right? So she can have, yeah, some comeuppance. Alright, so, I mean, Dex is something, but let's just take cunning. Can't have that to level 8, so let's take the combat movement. That makes Leliana like gangster as shit. She's stupid with combat. Like, she backstabs everything. She will steal your kills. She will actually steal your kills. True story. That is a 100% true story. Alright, so let's accept that. Alright, so shit, what now? Let me save here. I'm just not sure where to pass out the spirit tomes. Nice. I see why I took Berserk first. I think that was smart, because a lot of the Templar stuff, that's kind of like your second tier shit. So, yeah. All right, let's just go to Hanleith. I guess let's just make some money. need some stamina. Or I need some... regen. This is kind of like a careful build. Like this is actually building our character towards a particular thing. Right? Sucks that I don't have Mana Clash here. If I was playing a mage, I would have Mana Clash here. I'll say, I'm not gonna lie. If I was playing a mage, I would get haste. And then I would have Win support haste as well. And then I would have Alistair. Holy shit, I've never done that before. That would be the shit. Then you have Alistair and you have Leliana.
Just like you wanted.
Leliana is your fucking dagger rogue. Oh shit. You understand how gangster that is? If you got double haste for Leliana and Alistair and they're just doing shit at like 5,000 times normal speed, it's stupid. Like, it's seriously stupid.
Twisted creatures. Now's better than later. You can get off my back. Get off my back. Go easy. All right, all right.
Leliana is not getting touched.
Can I get you a ladder? Get on my back.
Make her preserve us.
Nice. Beautiful. Hey, are there any romantics in the chat? I got a movie for you. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna see it the same way I do, but remember, this is from a Christian perspective, but still, this movie says some things that need to be said, and it's fantasy and romance, but it's like down to earth at the same time. It's one of the most, I'm not gonna lie, man, it's one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen. If you haven't, well, if you're looking for something like that, then I'm just gonna pass along a movie that's just like, it's the shit. I've seen it. I probably watched it at least 5 times, at least. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely worth it. It's worth a watch, I think.
Hello.
Anyway, if y'all want a movie that maybe you haven't seen, but maybe you got like on demand or you got some streaming service or, you know, just whatever, maybe you can just go check it out. I think it's on Tubi, and I think it's on Fawsome as well. I think it's on both. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Anyway, if you want a movie, just say, hey man, what's the movie? And then I'll tell you. I'll let you know. And I will actually say that I've seen this movie probably, 5, 6, 7, at least 5 times over the years. Like this, I mean, it's not like an old school movie. It's not like a black and white or any of that shit. But it's I think who they pick to play all the characters in the movie, they get their point across. It's not always good, but it's still something to think about. I don't know. Anyway, you know what? I'm not trying to create like mystery or whatever. It's called Beautiful Creatures, and it's romantic, kinda, but it's fresh, kinda, and it's fantasy, kinda, and it's just. I'm not gonna lie, man. I really fucking like that movie. I really do. It's called Beautiful Creatures. And there's only one actor. No, two. Wait, 2, 3. There's 3 actors, actresses, actors that I actually recognize in the movies. In the movie, there's only 3.
More foul darkspawn.
But whatever.
Got it. All right, all right. I'll get you a ladder and get off my back. All right, all right. Later. And get off my back. Ready. Right there. Ladder and get off my back. All right, all right. You get off my back. All right, all right. You forced our hand.
Let's have at it! On the Grey Water!
Leliana I had to watch Leliana do the do the work, man. She had to do the work there. Anyway, yeah, it's called Beautiful Creatures. Beautiful Creatures. It's one of the most. It's one of those romance movies that's so unique that there's just really nothing like it. I mean, honestly, if you're a gamer, I don't see how you can not be down with that movie. Like there's some moments in that movie. If a movie is gonna do its job, that movie does its job. So most modern movies don't ever do their job. Old school movies do their job. Like they at least had a point to make, right? This one in particular, Beautiful Creatures. It's this raven-haired girl and this dude, and you just see a love story develop, and then they give you some background, and they give you more background, and then they give you this tragedy, and they give you this romance, and they give you this love that can't exist, but it still does because love conquers all, type of thing, right? It's like super epic fucking storytelling. And I do not believe, I don't think anybody won an award with that movie, but I think everybody in that movie should have probably won an award. And you just tell me if I'm right. Just go watch. It's called Beautiful Creatures. Right. Just go check it out. If you can watch it, I mean, you might not like it, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying because I think it's amazing that you should think it's amazing. No, you might think it sucks, but give it a chance. It's a beautiful story tell. But I'm just gonna be honest. What is it? Oh my God, The Legend of the Sword. The Legend of the Sword. Holy shit. There's a King Arthur movie, Legend of the Sword. And this dude who's brought up in a brothel and he's the only one that can get the sword, and they play through how this destiny just affects everything, and it's the most amazing RPG fucking movie ever. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. I believe that's what the name of the movie is. And he grows up in a brothel, and the way the story is told is told from like 3 or 4 different perspectives through the entire game. Even though it's this one dude, King Arthur, it gives it a lot more drama. It gives it a lot more shit. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Yeah. You know you're watching the right movie if it's the what is it, the blackguard, or the black hats, or the black armor, or whatever. And dude, it brings so much blood magic into the game. It's all blood magic. It's literally blood magic the entire fucking game. Sorry, movie, game, movie, whatever. It's like literally playing a game. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, I believe, is the one rendition of Excalibur that I'm like, dude, I've watched that movie 5, 6, 7, 8 times in the exact same way, because it's how you tell a story. It's how you make a movie. Movies actually worth watching. So yeah, beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures. Strongly recommend it in every single way. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's not seductive. It's seductive. It's a seductive movie. It will tell you shit that you're probably better off not hearing. But if you're prepared and you watch the movie, you can cast that aside and say, this is one of the best movies ever made, ever. You know, that type of shit, right? That's how good it is, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm just passing along my opinion because, well, it's my stream and I can do that. So, there you go. True story? True story. The only reason I pass that shit along is to share experiences, and this is what I view as enigmatic, good shit. This is what I view as good shit, personally, so that you can, I mean, see what I think. And if you guys agree, cool. If you don't, oh, that's cool too. I mean, you know, if you're not down with that shit, it's just like, dude, that's fucking jank as fuck, and I would never watch that for even 5 minutes ever again in the rest of my life. And I'd be like, all right, well, that's cool, I guess. I thought it was cool, though. That's what I would actually tell you, so. Anyway.
By the Maker, we're saved.
Was it 2013?
You weren't sent
Really?
by the ban, were you? To save us?
Is it that old? Let me see if it's the same movie. The actress in the movie is okay, I'm going to say the actress in Beautiful Creatures did as good a job as Zoe Deutsch. Zoe Deutsch did Deutsch, whatever, Deutsch. Zoe Deutsch did in Zombieland 2. Double Tap. The same acting that Zoe Deutsch did in Zombieland 2 Double Tap is the same caliber of acting that the actress did in Beautiful Creatures. It's that good. So if you say, well, I mean, her acting wasn't that good, well, then we're not on the same page, because that's some of the best acting I've ever seen. The voice acting, that's the best voice acting I've seen outside of a video game in my entire life, is Zoe Deutsch in fucking Zombieland 2. That is the best voice acting / acting that I've ever seen, ever, as far as portraying a particular character. It's literally yeah, I mean, if you're going to appreciate that type of shit, that girl right there, she's on point on a level that almost nobody else can do. Yeah, she is in that movie kind of what Hawk's voice actress is in Dragon Age 2. Or Jennifer Hale is in pretty much any Mass Effect, right? Like it's that level shit. Zoe Deutsch and fucking Zombieland 2, she's okay. There's playing your role, and there's making your role better than any of the writing ever actually wrote. That's how gangster she is. So the girl, I can't remember her name in Beautiful Creatures, she does that type of role in the movie. And it makes a romance story that you've never heard before. And it's like fucking amazing to where you want to see it again and again and again and again. What movies actually make you want to watch the movie more than once? There's not that many. Like almost basically none. Maybe old school movies, maybe. Like Apocalypse Now, I'll watch that shit over and over again. Tom Hanks eats fucking children and drinks their blood, so I don't give a shit about Saving Private Ryan or Forrest Gump or any of that satanic dog shit anymore. I guess that's the only reason that motherfucker did its part well is because of fucking adrenochrome and baby blood and fucking child sacrifices on Epstein's Island and the fucking Grove. So yeah, I can't respect that. Those were good parts until we learned that. And then if you still think it's cool, me and you can't be friends. So, yeah, let's go. Let's see. Beautiful Creatures. Let me make sure that's the exact same. Oh, that's it. Yeah, the 2013. That's it. That's it. Man, I would love everybody here to just go watch the movie. What's up, Dylan? What's going on, man? Hey, Dylan. Go get some cheese and give Bella some cheese. Just give Bella some cheese on us. I mean, you got any cheese, or maybe turkey or chicken or roast beef or pretty much anything. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Just, a friggin' dog snack or whatever. But yeah, give Bella a snack so that she can be welcome here too. Because yeah, good on you, buddy. Thanks, man. Anyway, so yeah, that movie, I would really like to hear somebody's opinion on that movie, because it's. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my top 20 all time ever, and I'm old, so my top 20 is like your top 5 if you're half my age. So there you go.
The statue outside. Why would?
Ribeye. Yesterday.
You bought the control rod.
Bro, that's yesterday.
You came here looking for.
Do you understand? To a dog, yesterday is like 1,000 years. Dude, yeah, each day is a millennium. You gave her a ribeye yesterday. She forgot that yesterday plus 5 minutes. Yeah, no, she's totally forgot about that. Yeah, you need to give her something else. Maybe another ribeye or some cheese or, I don't know, just whatever she likes. Does she like limes?
That damnable Golem
carrots?
Nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago
I've
after it killed my father.
That like that shit too. Just got to give her something else. Yeah, no, she needs something else. That was way too long ago. Dude, a day in a dog life? She doesn't like cheese? Are you fucking kidding me? She doesn't like. I've never ever met a dog that doesn't like cheese. Ever. Not even once. That's amazing. That is friggin' amazing. Like, every dog is unique, man. Dogs are better than people. A dog that doesn't like cheese? Dude, a fucking cheese wrapper will wake a dog up out of a coma. Seriously. But you're saying your dog doesn't like cheese, but only meat. Well, that's cool. Well, give her some roast beef or something. Just so, you know. I mean, if that's her thing, I can respect that. You know, I mean, God ordained a diet for his priests. And it was specified around beef. Like beef and lamb. Like, that was it. Like, that was some things. So Bella's like a priestess dog. Like she's like, you know, like, I'm going for a godly menu right here. Just so long as she doesn't like bacon. If she likes bacon, I don't know, that kind of cancels that shit out, but whatever. It's all good. Bella doesn't like, I've never met a dog that doesn't like cheese. Ever. Not even once. That's awesome. There's a dog that doesn't like cheese. You know, there's probably going to be some, like, really weird shit that she actually does like. Like, something weird like, I don't know, asparagus, or lemons, or peaches, or what? I don't know, some Brussels sprouts. You know, some shit like that. I'll bet you she likes some, like, really off, weird shit. You know, just, like, I'm going to go ahead and balance. I hate what every dog loves, which is cheese, but I do like Brussels sprouts and asparagus. So it all balances out. That's how dogs think. I'm pretty sure that's how dogs think. So that works. You're fucking kidding me? You fucking cat poop. Well, yeah, dogs do have a refined taste. I mean, they do lick their own buttholes, and they eat crap every time they have an opportunity. But on the same token, when they go to eating poo, it usually means there's something wrong. It's like them eating grass. It's kind of the same type of thing. There's like something wrong digestion wise, you know, internally or something. So you might want to keep an eye on that, actually. If they're eating poo all the time. I mean, if it's just your cat's poo and it's just fucking disgusting and it's just your dog trolling you, okay, cool. I mean, I can totally, I get it. But on the other side of that same coin, if they're doing that, apparently that's a sign that there's something wrong with their digestion. I still can't see your dog not liking cheese. How the fuck does a dog not like cheese? Seriously, she won't eat any cheese at all, like, period? That I've never heard of that. That's awesome, actually. That means your dog is unique, so, well, all good, right?
It's deactivated, I think. I don't really know. It's been like that ever since the day my father died. My father's name was Wilhelm, mage to the Arls of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais. And what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and shale standing over him, just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now. This was my father's laboratory, beneath his tower. Or it was, anyhow. Look, I know you probably have more important things on your mind, but I really need your help. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful. But my daughter is
he doesn't like cheese. I've just never heard. I've never heard of that.
Ran too far in
I've never heard of a dog that doesn't like cheese.
She made it past my father's
cheese,
defenses.
sausages,
One of the men tried to
bacon,
go after her.
turkey,
he was killed, but
fish.
You could find her,
and
couldn't you?
In my experience, in my life, every dog likes a particular type of vegetable and or fruit. Doesn't have to be a vegetable or fruit. It could be both. Like, my buddy Biggie, he liked limes. No, wait, he didn't like limes. He liked, oh, goddamn, man. No, he liked a particular thing. Gracie liked limes. Biggie liked... It wasn't celery. It wasn't carrots. Biggie liked a particular vegetable. What was that? He would eat it. It wasn't beets. It was, no, Biggie liked something. Fuck, I forgot. That's a shame on me, man. I forgot what Biggie liked. Biggie liked a particular vegetable. He would eat it. And pretty much not anything. And maybe it was limes, too. It might have been limes, too. Anyway, Gracie liked limes. And Cake likes... Baby Cakes, she hates bread. She fucking hates bread. Like, you gotta almost force her to eat bread. If she's trying to beg at the table and you're eating bread, she'll sniff that shit like you're trying to poison her. She fucking hates bread, but she really loves... Well, she loves any kind of fat. But every dog, there's no such thing as a dog that doesn't like fat off any kind of anything. But Cakes really likes, I think she likes carrots. I think Cakes likes carrots. If you got carrots in your stuff, which I don't really normally eat carrots in anything, unless it's some Chinese dish, maybe, probably not. But I think Cake likes carrots. I know Gracie loved fucking limes. Limes were her shit. If you had lime in beer, she would drink your beer as long as it had lime in it. Like, I'm serious. Gracie was amazing. She was awesome. She was a gentle soul. You ever met a dog that's an actual gentle soul? If you know a dog that's a gentle soul, they look at you with puppy eyes all the time, and they just want to be your friend, and they just love you just because. That's it, that's all. There's no other requirement. Are you lovable? I love you. Like, that's it. Can you think of another requirement for a best friend ever? Yeah, she loved limes. Biggie Fry loved some... No. Biggie Fry loved fucking broccoli. Broccoli was his shit. He loved broccoli. It didn't have to be buttered. If it was peppered, he would eat it anyway. That wasn't good for him. But still, he loved broccoli. Broccoli was Biggie Fry's shit. Baby Cakes, I'm trying to remember... I know she hates bread. She hates any kind of bread. Period. I'm trying to think of what she loves. I think it's carrots. Anyway, I don't even know how you figure this shit out, but anyway, if your dog just fucking goes after it and just snarfs that shit down and just says, oh my God, that's the best thing I ever had in my entire life. If you feed me anything else, you're a bad human. You know, that type of shit, right? Anyway, yeah, Biggie Fry was broccoli. I am 99.9% sure it was broccoli. What dog likes broccoli? Biggie Fry did. I'm almost 100% sure. Anyway.
There are defenses my father put down here to keep strangers out. I knew about the
barrier.
Yeah,
I mean, see if there's some kind of cheese that she likes. I mean, there almost has to be. I've never ever seen or heard of a dog that doesn't like cheese, sausages. Yeah, those two things. Everything else can be kind of relative, if you will. But yeah, no cheese. I've never heard of a dog turning down cheese. If you got a fucking American cheese wrapper and you open that shit 300 miles away from your house, just wait. Your dog will show up because they will hear that cheese wrapper and just show up 300 miles away from your house. It might take a week for them to get there, but goddammit, they heard the cheese wrapper and you're supposed to share. You have to give them some cheese. If you tell me your dog doesn't like cheese, I've never heard of that before. I mean, that's actually even more cool somehow. It's like, oh my God, your dog is just friggin' amazing because they hate cheese, which every dog loves, but except your dog, because your dog is special. Your dog hates cheese. I don't have time for cheese. Just give me meats. Meats, no cheese. I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of that about a dog ever in my entire life. So if you're telling me your dog just fucking hates cheese, that's some pretty gangster shit right there. Just saying. It really is.
You risked yourself to get here, didn't you? It's just a little further. That shouldn't be difficult for someone like you.
I really believe this is a blood mage trying to feed you to the demons that his father summoned and bound to this area. That's what I believe. Why wouldn't this dude go... Why wouldn't this thing go rescue its own daughter? Because it knows exactly what's here, but it tells you it has no idea what traps are here. But it's scared to go after its own daughter? That means you're not even a human being at that point. You're not a human being. If you won't even go rescue your own daughter, you need some stranger to do it so you can feed your stranger to the demons that your father's fucking blood mage traps have bound and summoned here to destroy you too, so that you can become more and more powerful while you lure people in to go try to save your daughter while you sacrifice them to your blood mage father's traps because you have a deal with the same demon that your father did. Shale was good to destroy your father. There should be a way to execute this piece of shit right here too. That's what I believe. There should be a way to execute this piece of shit right here. See, what time is it? No, it's not 4 yet. Yeah, we can stream for a while longer. Nice. All right, so we'll just completely ignore the obvious woke ass fucking blood mage motherfucker that's too much of a purple-haired coward to even go save its own daughter because it knows exactly what's down there because it plotted that shit in the first place because it's a fucking Democrat. We'll just go ahead and ignore all that right now. That's what we should do, right? Nice try. Not going to work.
I will need to find some other way. I can't go without her. I can't. She's all I have left.
She's bound to a demon somehow, so...
She's got to still be in there somewhere.
So you already know that she's bound to a demon. But you won't go down there yourself, even though you don't know what's down there. But you won't risk your life going down there because you know what's down there, but you claim to not know what's down there.
And die like the last fellow? What good would that do her? I don't, it's true. I'm terrified that something's happened to her and she's lying in there, injured.
Because you don't know anything about the traps down there.
Surely you can understand that.
You can't possibly conceive that she's dead, even though all the traps down there that you don't know anything about have obviously killed her.
You will? Thank the Maker!
It's the only way to get past this, but let's just notice that those episodes of Cops that you may or may not have watched all your entire life, the most guilty, evil criminals, the pimps, the dope dealers, the murderers, they give themselves up in their explanations of how shit could have possibly gone down, but they couldn't possibly know anything about it, even though they made it happen themselves. That's exactly what you're looking at here. In Cops, the fucking wannabe woke fucking genius thugs always give a full confession. You don't even have to ask. That's what this motherfucker is. I don't know of any way to execute that motherfucker right there, but after you save that thing's daughter, you should execute that motherfucker, and if the daughter has a problem, execute the daughter too, because it's woke like its parent, and it deserves to be executed. Because it exists. True story. Anyway.
Day to die. Now's better than later. All right, all right.
Oh no, you dog! Okay, done with you now.
Now's better than later.
What's
Oh,
next?
wow. All right, so now... Okay, so I would actually really like this, but I think we need this for Liliana. So now her strength should be at 20. All right, so she should be able to equip pretty much anything. .4. 0.75. So now she can do this, and that actually has some elements to it, if you will. So we can go ahead and kill that. Nice. Beautiful. All right, good deal. What's up, Mental Force? Damn. Been a long time.
What do you mean you've never climbed a tree? Don't cats like to be in trees?
Long time. Long time. Alright, let's see. I probably don't have the... Yeah, I don't have the persuasion. I actually don't.
Oh look, someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people. Kitty and me, of course. You don't see anyone else here, do you? Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
Spam? Me too. Around, just existing. Trying to make the best out of something, right?
I can't go. Kitty says she can't come, and I'm not leaving her. She'd be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia. I would miss you dearly if you left.
Of course, silly.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
I mean, what's going on, man? Where are you at? How's life? Who are you with? What's up? You know, give us details and shit, you know? Stuff. Life, moves fast, if you will. Especially now.
Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only
She loves only me now.
I am
love
her
that
friend.
shit.
While
She
you
loves only
are
me
just a
now.
stranger.
Licking her paws and shit.
Oh, did you hear that, Amalia? I have another admirer.
That's because you're wonderful, Kitty.
I have been bound to this chamber for decades, cut off from all contact. It has been maddening. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl.
His father needs to
Let us
learn
return to her
the
father.
penalties of blood magic
this place
and the
forever.
father's sins. That losing its daughter is its own fault. And yeah, man.
Mortals often allow themselves to be blinded by hope. They see what they wish to see. If the father hopes to see his Amalia alive and unharmed, perhaps he will. But I do like this one.
I like you too, Kitty.
But if it means escaping this prison, I am willing to leave on my own. I agree to your terms. The mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
Oh, this is so exciting. Kitty is going to be free.
Right, says the blood mage little girl that knows exactly what the fuck is going on, to be honest. Knows exactly what the fuck is going on. Alright, so we just get all this shit out of the way. Let's see.
I like it when Kitty sings to me.
Nice.
Father doesn't like cats, but he never met Kitty. Kitty says Grandpa Wilhelm locked her up in this room. Isn't that awful? Kitty is my best friend. I was thinking about the sun, silly.
Yes. I can feel the magic fading. Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
Kitty? What's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us. I have changed my mind. I like the girl. I do not think I will find another like her.
Oh, so I get to go with you after all?
Ugh, I will take her anyhow. She is mine.
Kitty! You're scaring me! I won't let you inside me! I won't!
So we actually get to save her? Oh, that's awesome. With only one rank of persuasion? Only one rank of persuasion. We win. That's cool. I actually did that with one rank of persuasion. The Idukan shield. The Idukan shield. What from, what from Bro? And Denerim, I guess he gives you. Yeah, I guess he gives you the Idukan shield. I mean, like, or you just ran the entire game with the Idukan shield. I guess it would have to be from Brorim, right? Instead of Gorim. The one Gorim gives you in Denerim. Yeah. Okay, I got you. That's not bad. I think it has like Darkspawn buffs and like some shit like that. Defense wise, I think it's garbage, but yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, absolutely. Nice. So I guess we just start just building this shit, right? Just got to do that. Nice. So we're about to actually replace
Alright, alright. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Now's better than later.
Let's make this quick.
See, look, Berserk friggin' regens. I totally forgot about that. Berserk regens every single time you exit a fight. It's a huge damage buff. It is. But it just it recycles every single time you enter a fight. It's fucking annoying. Whatever. Just whatever. Fucking annoying.
I can't do that.
I mean, you have to keep it as a hotkey. I don't have that many hotkeys. I'm not playing on PC. I don't have 327 fucking hotkeys to keep every single grenade, weapon buff, talent, skill, sustained ability. I don't have 327 of those across the bottom of my screen, plus a screen that encompasses like 85,000% of the fucking game world, like the PC players have advantage with. I don't get that. I get 6 fucking hotkeys, and that's it. And if you're gonna play this shit no pause, well, god damn it, it's 6 fucking hotkeys instead of 6,000. So goddamn fucking annoying. How many advantages the PC players have? And they can fucking point and click and just, you know.
I never liked this part.
Nice. So did the little blood mage girl live to go with her blood mage father? And I guess.
You did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
I'm sorry I ran away, Daddy. I was so scared.
It's all right, Butterfly. You're safe now. All the bad creatures are gone. You'll need a phrase to activate Shale. It's Doolan Han. I wouldn't want the thing, but it's obvious you can handle yourself just fine. Now we should go, and quickly. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
You should go because you're fucking apostate blood mages that once we beat your father's fucking defenses, which were bound demons from a blood mage. But this blood mage was honored by Logain in the defeat of the Orlesians. So this blood mage gets to do whatever the fuck it wants. But it unlocked the potential of a free will golem, and that golem crushed that fucking woke, ice demonstrating piece of fucking purple-haired, fat, nasty shit that nobody would fuck. Yeah, that's what that golem fucking destroyed. You purple-haired fucking ice protester with your fucking purple hair and you're a he, she, they, then fucking soy ninja piece of fucking shit using half a trash can for a shield while you go against ICE and you hope they shoot you so you can be a martyr for the fucking Democrats' satanic fucking Sodom and Gomorrah clause, while you all support fucking abortion, which is baby murder, before a baby is even born. Yeah, man. Just go on and just fucking do your thing. I wish there was a way to execute that bitch after you let the daughter get possessed, because that's what blood mages do. But now they're going to go off and they're going to be rebel mages, just like Anders. A father-daughter, probably incestuous, fucking satanic blood mage relationship to just make sure that a lot of innocent people die so they can support the Democrats in Congress and the House of Representatives. There you go. That's exactly what we just fucking did. That's what I believe we just actually did. So there you have it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Anyway. Let's see, what time is it? 4 in the morning? Okay. Alright guys, I'm sorry. It's my Taco Tuesday, but I know it's Thursday.
Come when someone would
I got a long weekend ahead of me.
And not even a mage
y'all want to hear something y'all probably find kind of funny?
Typical.
Depending on who you are. My mom's birthday is Monday. Okay, does anybody know what day Monday is? My mom's birthday is Monday. I got her a really cool present. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see this present? I got her, I mean, it's either the best or the worst fucking present in the history of ever. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see it? I'm excited to actually show it to you. If you guys want to see this, I'm going to show you this. I got her this present. I couldn't afford it, but I got it for her anyway. Because she's my fucking mom, and I only got one mom. And even if she was Satan incarnate on the planet, it doesn't matter. But she's not. I mean, she tries to be sometimes, but whatever. I mean, it's mom. So, I mean, that's it. That's all, right? Anyway, no, she's fucking amazing because she's my mom, and she gave birth to me over almost 24 hours. I was 11 pounds, 10 and a half ounces. 11 pounds, 10 and a half ounces. Literally. I never paid her back for that. Because that was some brutal shit right there. It took basically a day. But my mom's a gangster, so she let me live instead of aborting me like satanic fucking woke murderous fucking cunt bitches that if they died, the world would be a better place. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. Y'all want to see this present I got her? It's like, I think it's like really, really cool. It's probably like the second best thing. No, it's tied with the first best thing I ever got her ever in her life, ever. But we just had to have it. I haven't actually even looked at it yet, but I know what it is. Anyway, if y'all want to see it, we can look at it. Like right here on cam, like right now, on stream type thing. If y'all don't want to see it, that's cool, I guess. It's kind of a put out, if you will, but yeah, whatever.
I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be really, really boring.
Really
The
boring.
villagers had
Like
no
that's
idea they
like
were
why
being
would you
watched.
even want to even live like that? Like that's
And
terrible.
one wonders that you wouldn't be grateful to the one who allowed you to stretch your legs, Golem.
Another mage, I see.
Oh, well, that's
I was just beginning to get used to the quiet.
that was 11 pounds 10 and a half
Tell me, are
ounces
all the villagers
at
dead?
the at the hospital in let's see, the Woodland Hills General Hospital. You know what? Actually, let me see if I can actually validate this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can actually validate this. This would be cool if I could actually do this. All right. Let's see. Wood. Hills. It was Woodland Hills, which was basically Reseda, or that part of L.A. County. L.A. County takes up like 80% of fucking California. Well, it's not 80%, but it's L.A. County is like pretty much Southern California, north of San Diego. Yeah, that's friggin' L.A. County. Woodland Hills. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually look this up. Let me see if this is actually a thing. I've never actually looked this up. Ever. All right, hold on a second. Apparently, I have been canceled. Anyway, so I'm not actually getting any feedback on this, so I can't actually post it. No, I want to see it too. I'm not sure why it's not on Google. It's only if you're famous? Really? That's kind of crazy. There is a baby reported as having been born at 22 pounds. Not at that hospital or just ever. I'm not saying I was the biggest baby ever born. But that was the biggest baby born at that hospital at the time. And I know that's actually a thing. Dude, it's leading to all kinds of like crazy fucked up shit. This has nothing to do with this at all. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me take this out of it. Apparently, I served as the honorary mayor of Woodland Hills since 1995. Yeah, that's not a thing. And apparently, I died in June 1987 in Oxford, Oxfordshire, England. I've never been to England ever once in my life. But there you go, man. That's wow. Or I'm a psychiatrist in fucking Houston, Texas. Well, that's getting kind of close. Or an MD in radiation oncology in Los Angeles. Nice. I guess my name is common, and I guess I'm not just gonna get any response off any of that. Well, all I know is when I was born, at least unless my mom is lying to me, which she's not. But if she was, then they brought me in and I was pretty much an abomination. Right? I mean, maybe it is. Hey, there you go. I've never been there, but I'm associated with it by name, even middle initial, even middle name actually associated with it. And yeah, that's not a thing. I guess I was canceled before I was canceled. And I'm totally cool with that. If I was canceled, it was for the right reason. So there you have it.
Some got away then. How unfortunate.
No, it's totally common, apparently. It's 100% common. Right. But I know at the time, at least this was what my mom told me. And there's no reason for her to make this up. I was the biggest baby born at that hospital at the time. That was in 1970. August 24th, 1970. Dude, you're old. I know I'm old. I'm not denying I'm old. But that's where I was born. I believe it was Woodland Hills General Hospital. Woodland Hills, that was like basically Reseda, Hidden Hills, let's see, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Reseda, Woodland Hills, Hidden Hills, all that was like right around there. Yeah, anyway, whatever. I don't know, that was a long time ago, I guess, but I don't know, I mean, maybe, I'm not making it up, I'm just, like, maybe some of that isn't. Well, just because Google doesn't acknowledge it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, so. I was 11 pounds, 10 and a half ounces. I was a pretty big baby. I mean, I was about half the size of the biggest baby ever born in the history of ever. Okay, but half is if you round up half is whole. If you round it up, like 0.5 or better is half, which rounds up to whole. You know, I don't know. I actually thought I would actually find something on Google right there. I didn't ask my mom if it was actually like Woodland Hills General Hospital. I mean, that's definitely a place. And I'm pretty sure that's where I was born. I think so. I did ask her about that because I'm gonna be like, man, I was on stream and I was trying to Google this shit to just, you know, bring some fame to my name, and nothing came up, and it's just like I don't exist. But apparently I've been a doctor and I've actually saved the universe 3 times over, but that wasn't me, because it was in a place where I've never even been in my entire fucking life. So I'm gonna have to ask my mom about that. Her birthday's coming up on Monday, so she's gonna have to answer some questions. If I get the answers to these questions, I'll let you know over this weekend. But she's gonna hear about this shit tomorrow. I'll be like, are you fucking sure where I was born and how that shit happened and who and what I was? Because Google doesn't know it, which doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It probably just means that the world understood that aside from Chuck Norris, that if I exist, they need to cancel me because, you know, Hollywood shit, right? You know, movie stuff. Like, yeah, I need to be canceled because apparently I'm a threat. That's the only other explanation I have. I'm actually just kidding. I'm just bullshitting right now. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to have to ask her some questions. Like, exactly where the fuck was I actually born? Because I tried to Google that shit and, I mean, it exists, but there's people that are apparently more important than me than with the exact same name that I have. So that means that's what I would have gone on to do had I not fucked up 100% of the time. So what's going on here? And then she's going to reveal to me some alien conspiracy that's actually like satanic biblical conspiracy with like Satan in UFOs and stuff like that, right? And then I'll be like, okay, guys, all right, we're going to need an entire stream for this because I'm going to have to explain to you exactly how this shit is going down. And yeah, I'm not that important. Yeah, this makes no sense. Anyway, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. So I'm going to go double check my facts and then I'll get back to you. Eventually. All right, cool, right?
Perhaps I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Golem. Golem, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Golem and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Golem, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
It certainly does, right in its hand. Right here, in its hand. You see this?
Go on, order me to do something.
All right, just attack Alistair. Just attack Alistair.
Nothing.
Just beat the shit out of Alistair. Just kill Alistair.
I feel no compulsion to carry out its command.
Wow.
I suppose this means the rod is...
Alistair's probably not going to like that. That was probably... Yeah. It was funny, though, right? Just attack Alistair. And I don't have to attack Alistair. So apparently, the Golem doesn't want to murder Alistair. I guess that's a good thing. So, yeah.
I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply...
I guess.
What shall I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss.
Death of the mage that broke the bond
for some reason, no.
between the control rod and the Golem? You just needed to reactivate the control rod, and then the Golem is just pretty much free to go. But it required the death of the blood mage that made that shit happen in the first place, which is a good thing. Anytime a liberal dies, the world is a better place. True story. So if you get rid of a blood mage, the world's a better place. And if a Golem stands up and, well, I don't know, Shale seems pretty American to me. Am I wrong? If you say I'm wrong, you're wrong. Actually, Shale is like fucking America. Stone America. Facts. Facts only. Everything else dies. Yeah, I'm pretty down with Shale. And she's a she. So she's like definitely like that. She's that American girl on X, on Twitter, that you just fucking like everything she says because it's right, and then everything else is evil because it's the opposite of what she says. Yeah, I'm not saying she's Jesus. Jesus is Jesus, but she's actually got it right, like pretty much 99% of the time. Yeah, that person you follow on X, Maybe on TikTok too, but TikTok is run by the communists, which is Chinese, which is... it's fucking... oh, God damn it. It's the Canary, which is also kind of the dwarfs, kind of in a way, and yeah, that's a really bad thing. Anyway, all right, let's go.
Ah, how unexpected, yet refreshing. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
What do you want to do?
I watched this village for so long, unable to move or act. My memories of anything before are vague at best. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Is that not enough?
I'm not actually giving up on this. Yeah, that's a scam. That's a scam. Alright, whatever. I was hoping there would be a result there.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large. Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it about then. For now, I am called Shale, by the way. This should be interesting.
Oh, blast it.
Yes.
Monster disapproves, -1. Alright, we can live with that. Nice. We probably need that, but... no longer flanking. I won't overpower, but I really need this. That's a passive. Hold on a second. It's a passive. I mean, you take your passives every single time you can. Your story. All right. Yeah, seriously. You take your passives. Okay, can I get to my actual shit? Please. Can I get to my actual shit? Nice.
I see it found some augmentation crystals. I was not even aware it knew about them. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
No, they're quite slimming.
It must be the vertical pattern.
No, they don't make you look fat.
Do that. It must have.
The age-old question.
I think it should find
Does this make me look fat?
Possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
I'm not gonna lie, man. If you're my girlfriend and you're like, does this make me look fat? I'm gonna say, show me your ass. And then, yeah, if it makes your shit look like big booty Judy, I'll be like, in all the right ways. That's what I'm gonna say. I like big butts. I cannot lie. I mean, that song was not written for no reason. Just saying. If any girl's got a problem with that, well then stop eating so much, I guess. But, I mean, why would you? I mean, if you're trying to look a certain way for men in general, then you're a fucking whore. If you're trying to look a certain way for your man, and the way your man likes the way you look, then you're a good woman. If you're trying to look a certain way for whatever Satan woke tries to tell you you're supposed to look, and you're worried about the response there, trying to be superficial and fucking shallow and plastic and fucking liberal and all that, what the fuck is that? Dude, shut the fuck up. Don't even talk anymore. Just go get thin and just don't get any man and just shut the fuck up and don't ever exist ever, so that man in the real world can actually be better off because you're not fucking in it. Yeah, if you ask your man how you look and your man says, oh, I'm digging that. But the world tells you, Satan tells you something different, and you're like, I hate my fucking man because Satan tells me I'm supposed to look different. Who the fuck are you? You're just a piece of shit. You're a fucking whore. If you died, the world would be a better place. Period. Every man needs to understand that. Because men have women, and that's how you make babies. Outside of that, everything else is Sodom and Gomorrah and fucking Satan. That's a true story. And if you don't like that, it's because you're evil. That's pretty simple. Just saying. Okay, that chicken dies. Yeah. I mean, this Shale really does not like birds. Seriously. Like, really does not like birds.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
A cheese knife? A cheese knife?
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yeah, really don't have that much money. We really don't. So I'm going to give this to Liliana. What's this? I'm probably giving that to Morgan. I mean, not Morgan, Win. I'm giving that to Win. Not sure who's using this shit. Nikki, my friend. My friend. Well, I'm her friend. I'll just put it this way. If Nikki somehow got a hold of me and just said, hey, I need you to drive to Canada to help me out, I'd be like, all right. I would literally basically have to quit my job and just hope my car made it to Canada and be like, okay, what's up? If she actually just said, just drive to Canada and just help me right now. Like, I'm here and I need help and I can't explain. I'd be like, all right, cool. And I would just do that. I'm not kidding. I'm like, literally, she just did that. She's actually come to me several times in life when that's not her thing. And she did. She just did. So if she said, hey man, I need some help and I'm literally half a world away, can you get here? I'd be like, I'll get there as soon as I can. Just hold tight. And if I have any money and she needed some money, I would mail her some money. I'd mail her everything I got. And just be like, okay, cool. Just hang tight. I'll be there. I don't know what we're going to do when I get there, but God will figure that out. Seriously, no excuses, no nothing. That's a friend. She's cool like that. True story. Now, you know what? Actually, with that, I don't know. I only have one outlet to where I can even contact her. I don't know if she's answered back. She's not online. She's not anywhere. She was a streamer. She was a friend, and she just disappeared. Even to her best friends and family and stuff, right? But maybe she actually responded. Maybe so. Maybe she actually did. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a day here. It's late. I've got like probably like half an hour to go find something to eat and try to get some sleep, and then I'll see you guys tonight, and we'll carry on this, whatever this is. Right, but yeah, I'm gonna go see if yeah. Anyway. All right, cool, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and it's just been an interesting stream, at least as far as I'm concerned. Just different stuff, talking about things that matter. If it matters, it matters. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Right? True story. Anyway, I'm gonna go see if Nikki is yeah. I'm actually gonna go check that out and go get something to eat, and then I gotta work today. Luckily, I get to go in a little bit later than the last 2 weeks, really. And after work tonight, I should be on. And if I'm not, well, it's Friday, right? It's Friday now. If I'm not on, then you guys have a good weekend and stay safe, and God bless you and your family. Yeah, just have the best of it. Either way, I hope to see you tonight. If not, then you guys have a good rest of your weekend. All right, good night, everybody. I'm out.